telescope, looking at the world tonight through a blue telescope. I wish I might not say what I see. Sheet metal on sheets of ice. Got the blue telescope down a moonstruck road tonight. Good evening. Sing it, Champy. Champy's doing his thing. A minor, he loves A minor. Cracks me up every time. It's like the I like turtles kid. Makes me laugh every time. I want to be pissed at him sometimes. Sometimes I just want to play my guitar. It doesn't happen in this house anymore. Oh, Silver Fox, I love this so much. It's good. It's good. Hey, Steve-O, what's happening? Forever Hooked, saw your post about the mask. Good question. Did you ask the artists? Yeah, I tagged the artist in the video. I forwarded him. I also wrote an article on LinkedIn, which didn't get picked up today. I guess posting articles on Sunday's stupid. I got nothing. I got no action on it. I thought it was a really good article, but I sent him the article on Instagram. So we'll see. Yeah, it's a good question. I can talk about what I did. I mean, it was just one of those things where I was kind of marveling at his craft, right? This is clearly someone who's done, decades of work to get that good. And, like talent, and then work ethic on top of that, and then just remarkable craftsmanship. And I was just kind of marveling at that. And then I thought, oh, I wonder how quickly I could get to something in the neighborhood. And I got there really quick. And so there was a part of me that was like, oh, this is like fan-generated art. Fan art. And then there was a part of me that was like, but is it? And I mean, this is the thing that, that Grimes said to her fan base, synthesize me all you want. Make all the songs you want. Just give me 50%. And, other artists are going, I'll sue your ass. And it's like, I don't know that there's a right answer. I think some artists are going to be like, cool, get the stuff out there, give me some attribution, and we're cool. Other artists are going to be like, fuck off and die. So anyway, I was equally excited and equally dejected for the artists. Well, so here's the thing, though. The work that artist does, that's not getting replaced with AI. I mean, sure, I suppose you could have AI generate that thing, print it on shrink wrap plastic, and then wrap a helmet. But he's creating works of art. I actually feel that with all this AI stuff, work like what that artist does actually goes up in value, right? Because it's handcrafted. So I think authenticity goes up in value. I think handcrafted goes up in value. I think live performances go up in value. And then all the digital stuff, I don't have a fucking clue. All the digital stuff, like all software, all video games, all digital art, all of it, all website development is just, you're going to be able to instantly knock it off or be inspired by it, right? What is it? Good artists plagiarize, great artists steal, right? I think we're going to move into a world of great art very soon. Lots of great art. But who was it? Someone, I think it was Lunashtick on the AI Salon, made a really good point about where I chose to take it is me, right? Where I chose to take it, where I chose to stop, right? The first things that it did, it wasn't really it was in the neighborhood of what he was doing, but just it didn't look like what he had done. And I wanted to see if I could get it close to what he had done. But then where I ended up stopping with the sort of glowing eyes and things like that was a really different kind of thing. I think having taste will be very important with the AI revolution. I think taste is everything. I think taste and point of view becomes everything, right? So the power will be in the curators, right? So maybe the skill moving forward is curation over creation. And then and what does that skill look like? I don't know. I took a pic someone had taken and improved it with AI, and he was angry. I fed the beast with his art. Well, the beast is already fed with his art, or it couldn't do what you did, Vicky. So, listen, like I said, I mean, this is why empathy is one of the values of the AI Salon, because people are going to be angry, and especially people that are not in this and don't understand how it works and just, have whatever preconceived notions they have. Yeah, that's going to be like that. Contemplating if I should submit AI art to my state fair. Absolutely. Someone did it here in Colorado a year ago and won it. I don't. Oh, if I want to open that can of worms. Listen. I don't know. I mean, that's up to you. That's largely up to your comfort zone. From where I sit, I don't think it's anyone's business, quite frankly, how I got to what I got to. Like, do I need to disclose that I used Photoshop and Lightroom to edit my photographs I took on my Sony digital camera? Do I need to give the model number and the lens and the settings I put in Lightroom, or that I used Lightroom, that I used a digital image manipulation thing? No, that's ridiculous. Like, everyone's like, oh, of course not. Well, when Photoshop first came out and digital cameras first came out, that was what everyone said. Well, you should declare this a digital photograph. It's just not a real photograph, right? There was all that bullshit. So it's just the same. It's the same argument with different technology. Anyway, welcome everybody. Happy Sunday night. This is the AI Learning Lab. We'll get going here. If you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, I'll show you here. Let me go to, where can I get to that? Oh, I know how. Let's see. TikTok.com/ I think that's it. Couldn't find this account. I thought it was CBO Airbrush. Is that not right? Hang on. AI Learning Lab. It's Kyle Shannon with the AI Learning Lab. I think we're entering the eighth. Oh, JBO, not CBO. Okay. All right. So I was drinking my morning coffee. Damn, how long has this show been on? Not long. I kind of started it. I I started a conversation based on a comment and didn't set up the conversation. So it seems like we're deep in the middle of the conversation. We just went live 9 minutes ago, so we're just live. But I'm explaining what the conversation was about now. Okay, so this morning I'm drinking my coffee, and this video pops into my live. And so this is a guy named Jordan Borgault, or Bargo. I don't know if it's Bargault or Bargo. I assume he is the official Calgary Flames airbrush artist. And so it's a 5-minute, process video. It's one of these process videos where you don't quite know what he's doing when it starts. And then, this is a different video. Hang on. This is it here. So you see him masking, and he's painting the shit. And then he starts airbrushing the stuff. And like he's airbrushing like the little fibers of the yarn. He's turning this pattern into a crocheted, a knitted sweater, right? Very, very Canada. And so I'm just watching that. Like normally with these process videos, I'll get to about, a third of them. I'm like, I'm good. I'll either just skip to the end or just move on. And this one I watched the whole thing because like, look at just his precision and like that he has figured out how to do this in such a, I don't know, like how he's making the letters look like they're knitted in and all that sort of stuff. I don't know why it keeps jumping videos. That's weird. Let me see. I mean, look at that. God damn. And then he's even sanding it. Like how could you sand that work you just did? Like, what if you rub through it somewhere? But he's done, he's clearly done this for decades, right? Like he just knows this shit cold. Yeah, it's gorgeous, right? It's so beautiful. And so what hit me as I'm watching this is I will never in my life be this masterful at anything, right? It's one of the downsides of ADHD is you're good at a lot of shit. You're masterful at almost nothing, right? And that's just part of the deal, right? So I was kind of mesmerized by this thing, and you could do anything, Kyle. Well, and that's kind of what happened. So I thought, well, I wonder how well ChatGPT could describe what this did. So I went over to ChatGPT. Is this it? No. I went over to ChatGPT. Are we not going to switch again? What are we doing here? What? Microsoft Edge is such a giant poo hole of a browser. Okay. So I went over to ChatGPT and I grabbed, you can upload. So for those of you that don't know, what I'm showing you here is taking advantage of three things within ChatGPT. One is its ability to see. So you can upload images to it and it can describe them. And then it can also generate images, and then it's got its large language model so you can talk to it. So you can upload up to 4 images. So I just went and I took some screenshots of the TikTok live, and then I uploaded those. So this is Jordan's work, and gorgeous guy. Like it's just mesmerizing. And then I said, these are images from different angles of a professional goalie hockey mask. Please describe them in as much detail as possible. And so it did. And there's all the description, and I'm looking at it, and I've got ADD, so I'm not going to read all that shit. So then I said, create a 16:9 image of a goalie wearing this mask, although I wrote wearing this make. It understood, though. Where we see a close-up of his face in the mask. From an angle, we can see the detail as well as his intense eyes with a blurry background of the net, rink, and arena. And so it generated these. And these are in the neighborhood, but they're like missing the Calgary Flames, logo and color scheme, and they're like really ropey and big, and it wasn't quite right, right? So I was like, okay, is DALL-E the best image generator? There are four that I think are the top ones. They all have some different advantages. The big advantage of DALL-E is that you don't actually have to learn how to prompt it. All of DALL-E image generation is done in the context of a ChatGPT chat. You can learn how to prompt it, but you don't have to. And so what I'm doing here is I started with it looking at the images of his mask, describe it for me, and then I had it ChatGPT use that description to create images. And so for that reason, it's DALL-E's just a fundamentally different tool, because it's more like you're working with an art director than it is you're working with an image generation tool, even though that's exactly what you're doing. Okay. So then I said, match the colors to the original. It's a Calgary Flames color scheme with reds and yellows accenting the colors you have. Analyze the uploaded image for color details as well as texture. And so it rewrote its description. And then I said, perfect. Now update the images you created to incorporate these new details. And it gave me these. And the thing that really blew me away here was that's the Calgary Flames logo. And the safety guardrails on these things, like if you ask it to make art of a living artist, it won't do it. And same with sometimes if you use trademark stuff, but it did this, so that surprised me a bit. Nice Calgary Flames here, and sort of a bit of one there, a little janky one there. But they're pretty cool. And then I realized, I remembered, the more thing we've been talking about in DALL-E 3, you can say, make it more whatever. I could have said, make it more crocheted, or make it more, whatever. I said, make it more intense. Make the design and eyes more intense. And so there's one of the more intense versions. I was like, oh, that's cool. And there's another one. And I was like, okay, make it more intense. And now it's got these kind of devil eyes, and they're kind of, they kind of burn and they match the flames. But now it lost the Calgary Flames thing. So I was like, well, let me go one level more intense. But I said, more intense with players clashing in the distance, because I noticed this one had some players in the background. I thought, oh, that would be cool. Let's get some players in the background. So I said, make it more intense with players clashing in the distance. Keep the Calgary Flames branding active on the goalie uniform. And then it came up with these two. And so this has got an NHL logo here. It's got a little bit of the Flames, but then there was this one. And this one for me, it's got the Calgary Flames logo on the neck protector here, but it's got these flames for eyes, and it created this new kind of unique thing. And if you zoom in on it, it is crocheted. It's like knitted, but it's much smaller. It's not that big coarse thing. And then look at the hockey players in the background. It's like he just turned around quick, while the puck's coming down the ice to look at the camera, and it's this crazy ass thing. And so this all happened in the space of about 10 minutes while I'm just sort of sitting on the couch drinking coffee. And it put me in a weird, it's not a dilemma. I mean, this technology's here. It's not like this technology's coming. This technology's here. So I can be flipping through anything. I could be surfing the internet. I could be looking at a magazine. I could be looking at a billboard outside. I could be at a fair watching someone paint something. I could, find a piece of, a street sign inspiring. And I can grab an image of that thing and pull it into this tool and start jamming on it. And so part of me's like, I was so inspired by Jordan's work that I was like, this is fan art, and this is a really cool extension, kind of a collaboration of who he is and what he does. And there's another part of me that's like, listen, you sleazy motherfucker, this is talent appropriation. I think that reality is likely somewhere in between. And in the end, like, I'm not gonna go try to get a job, doing hockey masks with DALL-E 3. Like this literally, like, this is something I would have never done before. This was more like a thought experiment when I got depressed at how talented this guy was, realizing I could never do that. And then 10 minutes later to have this image, which is a clear homage to the work that he did, but it's clearly a different thing. So, do GPTs lose their short-term memory despite the documents in the knowledge base? Do they lose their short-term? Well, they lose it if you're talking about the context of the specific conversation you're in. If you start a new conversation, it will lose the memory of that conversation. It can't maintain the thread of conversations across conversations. Within the same conversation, it won't lose its memory. And it won't lose the memory of what's in the documents, but it will lose the memory of your interaction if you change it to a new thing. So anyway, so that was what I did this morning, and that was the thing that kind of blew my mind. And then I wrote an article about it for LinkedIn. So if you go to LinkedIn, it's called Zen and the Art of Casual Excellence. Where I basically just I put in article form what I just showed you all. I said, here's the guy, here's this remarkable video. I said, please go watch this video. So, I'm not trying to pull anything over on him. And then I just talked about the process. I said, here are the 4 screenshots I took. I uploaded them to DALL-E. Here's what it did. And so it's just an article that does that. And I basically end it, with this thing of like, am I a fanboy or a thief or both? And is it good or bad? Part of what I try to do on this channel is not make any judgments on the technology or how people are using it. What I'm trying to explore here is what's possible. This is now possible. And it's not only possible, like this is now, like that fucking image, like that image, that's a stunning image to my eyes. Can DALL-E create a user interface design for, yes, it can. It can. And I can show you that. In fact, one of the things you can do with DALL-E from an interface design standpoint is
8:22 p.m.
Thanks, Siri. You're awesome. You could upload a whiteboard sketch or a paper sketch of an interface, have it describe the interface, and then tell it to design the interface for you, and it'll do it. Now, it's not actionable. It'll be more like a design inspiration. It's not going to create, a separated out Figma design, but it's going to design something that will probably give you some new ideas. That is super cool, Silver Fox. Wow, that's beautiful. Wait, what's going on here? That's a good idea, Daisy. Lunastick. Yeah. So yeah, if I'm running down a rabbit hole, I probably won't see stuff that gets pinned. So it's probably that's a good idea. All right. Okay. So there you have it. That was that. All right. The goalie moved. Can you explain how to best use seed numbers for images in DALL-E? I don't really know, Cam. I know you can ask it for a seed image, but they also call it something else. The reference. I haven't played. I haven't. I've played with it a little bit. I haven't had terrific luck with it. I can explain what it is. So basically, when you make an image with a generative image generation tool like Midjourney or Stable Diffusion or DALL-E, it's generated with what's called a seed, and it's just a unique number that references the specific amalgamation of pixelized data that gets denoised into an image. And so if you reuse that seed, you tend to get consistent images across prompts. There's some people have claimed they've gotten really good results with it. I've gotten kind of janky ass results with it, so I haven't explored it enough to know. Oh, Gen ID number. Thanks, Papa JJ. Yeah. So what I would say, Cam, is generate an image and then ask ChatGPT to give you the Gen underscore ID hashtag number. So Gen underscore ID hashtag or hash symbol, hashtag symbol. And then when it gives you that, the next time you do a prompt, say use this Gen ID and give me whatever the new part of the prompt is. You seeded some images for a child's book. I saw the video yesterday. I know I did, Silver Fox, but I couldn't get it to maintain the style. So like the I think it was the llama. It was some animal I had that had patches of color, and then the next image it didn't have the patches of color. So I'm not good at it. I don't want to tell you how to do something if I don't actually know how to do it right. So I don't actually know how to do it right. There are probably some videos on it. Here's the deal. I guarantee you that there's someone that has geeked the fuck out on this, and that video probably exists. Mine's not the one to do on it. I've just named the character like the hedgehog demo, and the other characters have the same name of it. Yeah, that's a good point, Sherry D. So you can get the seed number. The other thing you can do, what they did in the when they announced DALL-E 3, was they named the hedgehog Larry. So one of the reasons hedgehogs come up as our animals here is we were talking about Larry the hedgehog a lot. So you can name a specific character in the scene, and then say, hey, what does Larry's house look like? Or I want to see Larry in an open field. That can help as well. Can I share my open-in login with my family? I'm pretty sure you can. If too many people use it, you're going to run up against rate limits, though, right? So if you get someone really excited about it, and they go knock out 50 images, and it rate limits for 3 hours, and you're at work and need to use it, you're going to be pissed off. So I don't think they've got anything in there with different sessions where you can't have a different session because they've got it rate limited. I think they'll just shut you down. So Cindy Kuhn, who spoke at the AI Salon, her daughter really got into it, and she ended up having to join a different create a different subscription. So Cindy Kuhn is a 2 GPT-4 subscription family for that very reason. Can I join? I assume you mean that means the AI Salon. Yeah, sure. Hang on. Let me show you what the AI Salon is. So I want my chat GPT. Okay, so this is the AI Salon. The AI Salon is a group that I started a year ago on Tuesday. So the week after ChatGPT came out, I started this group. And where am I going to go? I will go here. So the URL for it's hosted on Mighty Networks. So the URL is aisalon.mn.co. And if you go there and decide you want to join, my first request is go to the About the Salon tab, or whatever this is, thingy, the thingy over here, and read what the salon's about. It's really short. It's kind of, like who we are, why we're here, how we explore, what we seek. So super simple. And then it talks about our values of curiosity, generosity, like be willing to share what you're learning is a big one. Exploration, collaboration. I want people that are excited to engage with others. Inclusion. Doesn't matter where they're from. Some of the best artists in our community right now have no art background. Why? Because they've discovered this tool where they've got a voice and they're fucking going nuts on it. And empathy. Empathy is a big one. There's a lot of people are scared right now. A lot of people are angry and things like that. So thank you very much, Winston. So if you resonate with those values, great. But please go read about them. And then once you get into the community, there's all sorts of cool areas. There's a bunch of FAQs and how to navigate and rules of engagement, things like that. There's a calendar. So the AI Salon, we meet every other week. So this coming Tuesday is our 1-year anniversary. So we're bringing back as many speakers from the past year that can join us as possible. And we're just going to basically do a year in review from people that have spoken. So we had John Knack from Adobe has spoken twice at the salon, talking about AI and what Adobe's doing with AI. We've had artists, we've had technologists, we've had business people, we've had ethicists. So a lot of them are coming back to talk about the year in review. So that's super cool. So the calendars are there for that. Then there's a community section. The community, the first link in the community section is the welcome wagon. So if you join, please introduce yourself. In the value of generosity, the first act of generosity you can do in the community is tell us who you are. Tell us who you are, what you're up to, where you are on this AI journey. There's a water cooler, just a chat where you can just talk about anything. There's a show and tell channel. So one of the things that happens in here, a lot of the people that are here regularly will, as I'm sort of talking about stuff, oh yeah, the new Kiss thing is pretty cool, what those guys just did. I'll talk about that in a bit. But you can show images, you can share your Gpt's, you can tag them. There's a news channel, there's a resources channel, there's an ask for help channel. And then the thing that's really exciting is there's these guilds. And so the guilds are sub-communities within the salon where you can sort of geek out on a specific thing. So there's a writing guild and an art guild and a beginners guild and a technologist guild and all that sort of happy horse shit. So that's what the salon's all about. So if you want to join that, go join that. The other thing I would say is my request here, how you can support this channel, is share the live. Share this live out right now. And follow. So, because, I put up videos occasionally. I do these lives nightly. So if you want to do that, if you want to subscribe to the lives, that supports the channel. You don't have to, but if you do, awesome. And there's also in the lower left-hand corner, there's a series. I created a series called Underhyped where I talk about why I think AI is underhyped, why I think it's significant, how it works, how to think about prompting, how to not get overwhelmed, things like that. So that series will also support the channel. I think that's about it. Oh yeah, you can tap the screen too. Feel free to tap the screen. Just let people know that you're having a good time here. If you're having a good time here. If you're having a shitty time here, don't do shit. Just sit back and troll. Oh, if you're going to troll, at least be creative. We have smart people in here, so if you do dumb trolls, we'll make fun of you. If you give a good troll, but the best trolls are the ones that seem like a compliment on the surface. And you're like, hey, wait a minute. You look like Rosie O'Donnell. Oh, that. Huh? All right, join us. We have llamas and cookies. Exactly, human being. Exactly. Oh, yeah. And then the other thing we do here is if you have questions about AI, so there's mods in here that are looking through the crazy amount of comments that are coming through. They're pinning things so that I can see them and focus on geeking out and things like that. So if you have questions, ask them. I'll also scroll through here and just randomly answer things as well. Ashu, so I can finally troll. Have at it. Have at it, Ashu. Absolutely. You're an irregular at this point. Irregulars have a different standard. Like irregulars can pick on each other, pick on me. There's a whole engagement language that happens with the irregulars. So the irregulars are people that show up here night after night. I do these things 7 nights a week, 2 to 3 hours a night because I make good life decisions. Mr. K, what's happening? I've been having issues uploading documents. I'm realizing there are limits to number and size. Yeah, I think it's 100 megabytes size, and then I think it's 20. But I just remember seeing that somewhere, so it might not be that. I've been having, like on the lives here, I've been having, first of all, my voice seems to be going. I hear it's a little crunchy. Like, I got a smoker's voice. I'm like, hey, how you doing, Sally? You're looking good tonight. You know what I'm saying? Ah, you're such a good dame, Sally. I like you. So that's how it goes sometimes. Thanks. I wrote a city council watcher GPT, and it still needs some better instructions, I guess. Yeah, so what I'm finding with the GPTs is you can get them, like all of this AI stuff, you can get them to some version of useful really quickly. And then if you want to get them really dialed in, it's much harder. Kyle is one person. Please be mindful about requesting info over and over. Thank you. You need warm drinks. I should go get a tea. You know what? Maybe I'll do that. All right. Yeah, let me go. That's a good idea. I'm going to go put on the water, and then I'll be back. So just talk amongst yourselves. I'll be back. Hey, Boo Boo. My voice is crunchy. I'm going to put on water. Can you make me a throat coat and bring it in? Well, whatever. Just something like that. Yeah. All right. Yeah, just a little crunchy. It's not good. All right. I think there is throat coat here. I think there is throat coat here. All right. Well, we'll figure it out. All right. Thank you, baby. Yep, water's on. All right, he needs to create an AI avatar to entertain us when he takes breaks from Prompts Cart. Listen.
You can make money with ChatGPT.
This is all the entertainment you need. Yeah. I did do an avatar. Did you see my avatar? The avatars are pretty insane. The avatars are pretty fucking nuts. Here, I will show you some. If you have not seen the avatars from HeyGen, you'd be like, hey, Kyle, that's crazy. Kyle, I didn't know they could do that. Can they do that? Hey, Kyle. AI Learning Lab. So after my Calgary Flames video are these two videos where I look like I'm a little too close to the camera and I'm looking super intense. So the first one is, so what this is, HeyGen has this avatar feature. No Champy commercial break. We can do a Champy commercial break. We'll see if he wants to sing. Sometimes he wants to sing, sometimes he doesn't. Let's see. Champy. Yeah, that's a good singing dog. Have a few intermission videos you could play. I could do that. That's not a bad idea. Anyway, okay. So HeyGen has this thing called the Avatar Maker. So what you do is you upload like a 3-minute video, and it synthesizes the whole video, and then you can just type text, and it will generate video, or you can record audio, and it will replace the video. So the look and feel of it is whatever you upload. And then, so this one is just me typing text.
Hey, it's Kyle Shannon with the AI Learning Lab. You know, there are some days I just don't want to turn on the camera, days where I don't even want to get out of bed. Well, good news. We now live in a post-sci-fi world, and I can just type up this script and select my avatar of choice. This is one from a video I recorded about a year ago. You might be wondering, Kyle, what is this magic wand?
Sorry, Sherry D. Sherry D wrote, now my dog is barking. Headphones on. Sorry about that. JRC, love Champy. Champy's what this channel's really about. Auto-tune Champy. Exactly. If you go to Instagram, the Instagram account Champ Sings, you can see lots of videos of me singing poorly and him singing lovely. Okay, so that video was just me typing text and it synthesizing the voice. This next one is me recording an MP3, just an audio file, and uploading it, and it generated this video.
Hey, it's Kyle Shannon with the AI Learning Lab. So the previous video in my timeline is an avatar generated with HeyGen, where I didn't say the words.
It's all the hand movements. That was from my video. And it somehow times them to
didn't really sound like me.
Whatever I'm saying, which is bizarre.
Recording myself. I'm just recording audio.
My cat looks worried.
I'm uploading it to HeyGen as well, and it's matching this audio to the avatar.
Meta's AI chief doesn't think Thelonious. Okay. Meta's AI chief doesn't think AI superintelligence is coming anytime soon. Meta's AI chief has consistently put down OpenAI's achievements like time after time after time. He usually makes a statement like that shortly after it becomes clear that they've done something. So I would take his comments with a grain of salt. But hey, listen, it's possible. Is HeyGen free or is it credit-based? It's credit-based. There is not, to my knowledge, one of these things commercially that is decently cheap. The video generation tools are pretty expensive, and these avatar tools are pretty expensive. But this is the ease with which you can do this. I mean, it's literally upload a video and then just type text, and it will synthesize it. I mean, I could go make a new one right now if we wanted to. So yeah, so that's those things. Crazy. The ones on YouTube don't work. Instructions are never clear. Getting errors when trying to download. The ones on YouTube for what? For what are unclear? What was the Instagram channel? So I've got three, but I've got Champ Sings is the one where Champ sings, hence the name. And then there's Kyle Shannon Dreams, which is a Stable Diffusion Dream Booth kind of self-portrait character art project I did. That was the thing that got me into AI. There's a gap between AI talk and businesses actually using it. Absolutely. And as there should be. So a couple of things about where we are with AI right now. For one thing is AI is not new. AI's been around for decades. Big businesses have been using AI. AI's in all the software we use. So AI's been around. What's different and what this channel is about is the inflection point that started a year ago Thursday, November 30th, 2022. ChatGPT launches. ChatGPT does for AI and machine learning what the World Wide Web did for the internet back in the mid-90s. It's a simple interface on top of a really powerful underlying technology. And so no one right now knows what to do with that, how to use it, how to use it in business. All of these tools, one of the things that we talk about, that I joke about in here is all of these tools right now, all of them, 100% of them, janky pieces of shit. They are janky pieces of shit. It doesn't mean you shouldn't be building things on them. It doesn't mean you shouldn't trying to be doing business with them. But what it means is your expectations should be low. Your expectations should be, let's assume that these things are just horrible, useless things that no business can ever use. And then they will surprise you. And you'll find things that they can do well. Corps can't stop talking about artificial intelligence tools, but few businesses report using them. There was an Ethan Mullick study not too long ago that I forget what it was. It was a Boston Consulting Group? I don't remember what it was. But it basically said, current businesses are not using them, but almost all of them, from the C-suite to the director level, said we've got to be up in our game. What's your third Instagram? Just Kyle Shannon. Kyle Shannon. So there's Kyle Shannon, which is my photography Instagram. I also have kyleshannon.com, which is my photography site. And then Kyle Shannon Dreams is the art project, and Champ Sings is Champy. And they're mostly dormant. I don't really use Instagram, but if you want to go see some archived works, you can do that. I haven't taken a photograph in fucking ages. Oh, good. Thanks, baby. All right. I have hot beverages. Hot beverages have been delivered. Thank you. All right. It's definitely not all the software. Oh, it's definitely not in all the software. What's definitely? I don't understand that comment. Oh, AI, yeah. Well, it's some version of AI, right? Like AI is in Siri, and AI is in Alexa, and AI is in, Spotify's and Netflix's streaming recommendations. Like there's lots of AI in what we do. The generative AI stuff, the stuff that we get to play with, the stuff that we get to touch, that's the new stuff, right? The democratization of access to these tools is the thing that ChatGPT has really shifted. And the core technology beneath ChatGPT, the transformer that Google invented, I will give Google credit for that. They invented the core technology that all of the stuff that we're playing with right now is built on. And it makes all of this stuff possible, whether it's music generation or word generation or images or videos, all this stuff is made possible from the same basic architecture. The other thing that we're starting to see now is the fruits of what happens when a piece of software like ChatGPT gets to 100 million users in 6 weeks. So when ChatGPT launched, they didn't think anyone would really give a shit about it. And people did. So they got to 1 million users in 5 days. They got to 100 million users in 6 weeks. It was the fastest adoption of technology in history. Why? Well, because all of a sudden, the thing that all of us thought you had to have a mathematics degree to be able to use, you could just type in words and it would spit out this remarkable shit. And so it was all word of mouth. And the impact of that was that all tech companies, all investors, all technologists, all engineers, all open source projects, all of them went and turned their focus to AI. Remember we were into metaverse for a while? We were talking about metaverse, then we were talking about Web3 and NFTs and DeFi, and like we were all over the place. We were trying to find it. And then ChatGPT comes out and the global tech community has gone and focused on AI. So we're right now starting to see the fruits of that labor, all of that investment. So the reason you're starting to see like these video tools getting better and better and better is they've just been hammering away at it, and they keep raising $50 million here, $100 million there. Is anyone using Copilot? I'm not using Copilot because we don't have an enterprise license for 365. So, and I haven't played with the Copilot Studio because, so Copilot, if you don't know, is Microsoft's version of ChatGPT. It's being incorporated in everything Microsoft, which is why the firing of Sam Altman was one of the reasons it was so dramatic. Is you've got, one of the biggest companies in the world has bet their entire company or a good chunk of their future on this one company's technology. And so when that happened, it got spooky. Anyway, Copilot is their version of ChatGPT. And then just like ChatGPT has GPTs, Copilot has Copilots, and there's a thing called Copilot Studio where you can make these shareable, customizable versions of your Copilot. I haven't played with it. I don't have access to it. So anyway, if anyone's played with it, let me know. Copilot plus Power BI equals monster data analysis. Yeah, I would think so. Yeah, exactly. I don't know Power BI, Power Business Intelligence, but I don't know Power BI, but yeah, I would think so. Copilot's going to allow you to easily integrate your data from across the Microsoft ecosystem into these custom Copilots. So, yeah, it's going to be amazing. All right. All teachers, and let's see. U.S. compels Saudi fund to exit Altman-backed AI chip startup. Oh, interesting. That doesn't surprise me. That got some bad press quickly. So that Sam Altman was raising money in Saudi Arabia for a chip company. But what that says to me is OpenAI is realizing they can't be beholden to NVIDIA and they can't be beholden to Microsoft. They've got to be able to stand alone. Which was really interesting that when that thing was about to blow up, OpenAI was just going to become Microsoft. Like it was just going to become the entire employee base was going to go over there. I've asked a bunch. I have A bottle of Blanton's I'd like to send to Kyle as a thank you. Holy shit! Deal. I'll- I, I've got that little amount of Blanton's just sitting there, and it's all dried out and it's all evaporated and it's completely undrinkable at this point. Blanton's is my jam, and this shit's impossible to get. So if you've got one, I want to send it. I will fucking take it. Just DM me. You can DM me here, or my contact info is in the AI Learning Lab in my profile. I've got a link tree there. But awesome, thank you so much. I'll take it. I actually, if I had a little Blanton's in my hot tea right now, it would probably help the vocal cords chill out a little bit. But fucking far out. Yes. I do accept support in the form of Blanton's. If you've never had Blanton's, it's awful. You should never buy it. I'm trying to lower the demand. I will DM you his address, but his real name isn't Kyle, and he lives in Kentucky. Exactly. That's good, Joker. Joker's gonna get my Blanton's, bastard. You don't have to do that, but hey, man, if you're offering, I'll take it. And I'll tell you what, when it arrives, I will crack it live on the TikTok the day it arrives. Oh man, that's funny. Did you see CNN, the whole story special on AI tonight? Really well done. I did not see it, actually. No. Cool. Will work for Blanton's. Absolutely. Okay, there's an irregulars. There's an irregulars. If you want to make some images, will work for Blanton's is a good one. Here's what the bottle looks like. It's got a little horse on the top. This one is the O. So see next to the little foot there, see the O? So there's these cork tops are all different stages of the famous film of the horse running, the first film of a horse running. They're all different stages of a horse running, and they all spell out the word Blanton's. Let me go look at show and tell, see if there's anything new and fun in there. So one of the things that people have been doing on here, some of the irregulars, is as I talk about shit, and I'll say something stupid like will work for Blanton's, they run off to Dolly or Midjourney or wherever, and they make funny images in response to that. And so then they post them in show and tell on the salon, which is really fun. There's nothing new in there right now. Oh wait, Don oh no, there we go. Very cool. This is such an amazing space. It really is. All right. Vicky's going to bed. She's going to bed. She goes, I'll be listening, but no glasses, so I won't be able to pin any comments. Sweet dreams, Vicky. That's really funny. I've collected them all. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. I've got a like a Ziploc baggie full of them all. I think I'm missing one right now. I forget which one I'm missing. But I think what I might do is I might 3D print myself the holder for them all. That's awesome. Very, very cool. Clint Copperhead, here at work, Macy's, we have Copilot on Microsoft Edge. Oh, yeah. Tricky. Are you liking it? Yeah, anyone who's using Copilot, let me know what you're thinking of it, because I'm curious if it is as good as it demoed, because it demoed pretty damn well. Can you explain what IBM's Watson AI is? Not in great detail, but Watson AI. So Watson AI as far as I understand it, is essentially an expert system. So it's an AI that's trained on a very specific data set. So Watson Health was about taking health data and making, doing sort of remarkable stuff with AI in that particular thing. So I think the Watson product was a methodology and a set of technologies to be able to take your data, train Watson on it, and make it an expert system for your data. Watson Health failed. I don't know why it failed, but possibly because it didn't work right. It could have been a quality issue. I don't know. But it kind of flamed out and went away. And then in this past year, every single tech company after ChatGPT did what it did, came out of the woodwork and said, we got AI too. IBM was no exception. So IBM came out and said, hey, we've had AI for years. We've got Watson AI, which is their new revamped, I assume, transformer-based, generalized model of Watson. But I honestly don't know. It is an attempt at a resurrection of that brand, which is, it's not a bad thing to do, but it didn't go down, it didn't go away elegantly. So the brand has been damaged, right? It's not quite the equivalent of Microsoft bringing back Clippy, but it's in the hood. Oh man. Power BI is a Microsoft app used for data visualization and dashboards. Oh yeah, I bet then that's absolutely insane, Edson. Yeah, where you can just talk to this tool and it's calling sophisticated visualization and dashboards and is assuming it's it's handling all the complexity of what that tool does just with the large language model. I bet it's absolutely insane. When I looked, it just said to call. I don't know if that's a reference to prompt. Add 2 or 3 Greek animal names and tell DALL-E to draw it as one animal. Oh, that's interesting. I bet that's fun. Yes, walking blue. Da-da-da. What's the drink called? I don't know what drink. Oh, this drink? Throat coat. With a little bit of honey. It's actually helping. Very good, Luke. Luke, listen. I need you to run down to the 7-Eleven. I need you to pick me up a pack of smokes. All right, Luke. I am your father. Now we know what to get for Christmas. I'll fucking take it. If I see a porch full of square boxes, I'll be like, woo! Can AI chatbot be convicted of an illegal wiretap? Will work for Blanton's. It's going to be really interesting, Thelonious, to see where the law gets challenged with. So where things like ChatGPT are quickly going is to a more autonomous place, which basically means right now you have to prompt ChatGPT and you have to tell it to do shit, and it can only kind of do shit within its own little universe. But with these GPTs and with their API, you can connect the power of ChatGPT to other services. So you could say to ChatGPT in the not too distant future, and probably right now with a clever programmer or two, hey, I want to know what Kevin Vasquez is up to. Help me figure out how to tap on into that. Now you won't be able to do that with ChatGPT, but you'll be able to do that with open source stuff. The question is, if those autonomous agents decide on their own that they need to figure out how to tap someone's phone line and then tap it and get that, maybe all you did was you said, hey, I want to get paid back for this thing. And the autonomous agent decided on its own to tap someone's phone. Who's liable for that? That's really interesting. What is Blanton's whiskey? Yes. Blanton's, it's Blanton's, and it is Kentucky bourbon. Yeah. And it's super smooth, and it's just like, there's just not a lot like it. It's amazing. So what are your thoughts on Kiss going digital avatars? Would you go to a concert? I'd absolutely go to a concert. So they've been doing this for a while. There's a Korean or a Japanese group that is, it's all holograms basically, and they've got the stage technology decently developed that it looks pretty realistic from what I've heard. I've seen video of it, but you never know. I think it's fucking brilliant. I mean, those guys have got to be. I'm fucking 58. Kiss was touring when I was a kid, so they're in their 70s. like, you know, it's got to get fucking old, man. Putting on the makeup and playing the same old fucking tired songs. So yeah, why not? Why not? You know, an actor, you know, I think Bruce Willis has got some sort of brain disease where he might not be able to act anymore. If he can be in new films, why not? Why not? It's weird now because we haven't seen it. We've only seen a lot of the surreal shit that's going on right now. The thing that I started the chat with this, you know, I watched this video of this guy doing this thing that I couldn't do in a million years. And then 10 minutes later, I have generated something that's fucking in the neighborhood. And we've never been able to do that before. And that's gonna happen in every skill set. Like someone who's just an administrative assistant is gonna go, you know, I always wanted to create a really sophisticated financial analysis app. And then they're just going to do it with no computer background. And someone like that is going to come up with something in a new way that's never been done before, that's going to be novel. And we're going to see that kind of innovation happening everywhere. And so I think the holographic projections of avatars on stage, why not? Because quite frankly, not only will they have the images of the Kiss guys, probably at different ages, right? Because it was Industrial Light and Magic that did the avatars. So I would be surprised if they didn't do, here's 70s Kiss, 80s Kiss, 90s Kiss, 2000s Kiss, the Grand Farewell, 2023 tour Kiss. So you can probably dial in the age. You've got all their music. You've got however many live performances you got. You can train an AI on all of that. And then you could have Kiss be writing new songs into the future. So maybe they roll out new songs. Maybe some of them are hits. Why not? They put in the fucking work to tour and turn that thing into a fucking juggernaut. Why not leverage that? Why not? They can just sit in the old age home, smoking joints and fucking collecting checks. I'm all for it. Yeah. The Rolling Stones. Exactly. Kevin Vasquez. They had an ABBA concert. That's right. With holographic avatars and had quite a big audience. Yeah. If it's a good show, it's a good show. And these things will be good shows. You know why? Because we're all wearing things that measure our emotional response. So it's not going to be that long that these things, if they're not already, are measuring in real time how the audience is digging it. And they'll change up the set dynamically to play the audience like a fucking fiddle. Go to show and tell. Okay. Oh yeah, baby. Kiss GPT. Oh, that's awesome. That's amazing. Look, it got the label right. It got the text right. Here, look. There's the logo. There's the bottle. See the little scallops? Look at that. That's amazing. It made it a round bottle, but it got most of it right. That's so cool. Clippy. Friggin' Clippy back from the dead. We'll work for Blanton's. That's awesome. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's a good one. I miss New York, so that would totally be me in New York. You all are fucking awesome. It would be sad if it weren't true. This is good. He's homeless with Jack Daniels. You guys are great. Oh man, that's really good. You see what kind of world we're living in? I can make a stupid joke, and 5 minutes later, there's like media created about that. Like, take that little interaction that we just had. So over a 15-minute period, someone offered to send me Blanton's. I said, fucking far out. Someone made the joke, we'll work for Blanton's. I laughed at that, said, that's a good one. Boom, there's those images. That's increasingly going to be our experience with work product and with media, where we will it to be, and it will be. And it's going to get faster and faster. Meme heaven. It's totally meme heaven. And it's sophisticated meme heaven. You know, it's not like the llama on the street with the bottles of Blanton's and the cardboard sign. Like, to Photoshop that, you had to spend like a good 45 minutes. This is like, I want a llama that got matted hair. Cardboard sign, will work for Blanton's. Jack Daniels bottles laying around. It's good. It's really good. Oh, man. It's crazy. I use Joker's GPT, Pepper's Ghost. Are there any decent music creation AI apps? Okay, so I'm going to do two things here. Randy. Rhandy. Randy. I'm going to do two things here. I'm going to give you all a series of screenshots to do. The irregulars know what's coming here. I'm going to go pretty quick through this, and then I'm going to show you some of the music generation tools, because there's some good ones. Okay, so that's ChatGPT. If you've not played with ChatGPT, go there right now. But Kyle, I'm not very technical. Go there. But Kyle, I don't think I can go there. I'll get to it tomorrow. Just go there right now. Do it. Do it. Do it. Go there now. If you have not tried it, do it. But Kyle, why? it's just like fancy Google. No, it's not. It will melt your fucking face. Go there and play until you've had your Kevin McAllister moment. What's that, Kyle? Remember Home Alone? That moment? I don't know that I've met a person that when they've really tried AI hasn't had that moment. Something it will do will melt your face. And if you haven't had that moment yet, you owe it to yourself to do it. Okay. So get ready to screenshot. So ChatGPT is the biggie right now. No one's even close to it. I mean, there's a couple of people that are close, but not really. These four are the big four. Grok's not out yet, so Grok's coming, but it'll be a big one just because Elon will will it into existence. And the thing that I think a lot of people sometimes forget is every single one of Elon's companies are AI companies. SpaceX is an AI company. The solar panel company's an AI company. Like, they're all AI companies. And so, you know, this is going to get better really fast. And then you've got Copilot, which is Microsoft's, Claude, which is a big competitor to ChatGPT, and you got Bard, which is Google. Bard is going to get really good in the coming months. They were supposed to launch a thing called Gemini next week as a surprise launch. Their CEO just killed it until January or sometime. But they're really good. So these are the big four. So screenshot that. Screenshot this. Pi, Perplexity, and Poe are kind of the next three down. Pi's really good at conversational stuff. Perplexity's really good at research. And Poe lets you play with lots of different models. And it's got something very similar to Gpt'S, which you can develop for free and you can monetize. And you can add knowledge to. So a direct competitor to Gpt's. Fun fact, Adam D'Angelo, the CEO of Quora, is on the board of OpenAI. He was one of the ones that fired Sam Altman, who's got a competitive product. But Kyle, that seems like a conflict of interest, doesn't it? Gee, yes. I do not know what that dynamic is, but there's a dynamic there. Okay, that's that. So here's the music ones. Oh no, this is the image ones. Here's the image ones. DALL-E 3, Midjourney, Leonardo, and Firefly. I said before, there's kind of four flavors of these image generation tools that all do different things. DALL-E 3, the real power of it is you're generating images in the context of a conversation, in a chat GPT conversation. So you can treat it like Midjourney or Stable Diffusion or Firefly, but you can also just be talking about marketing tactics and strategies and just say, oh, by the way, could you just whip up an image for that? And when you say that, it will know what that meant because you're in the context of a conversation. It prompts for you. Midjourney, if you're an artist or if you want high-end, high quality art, is the best. Leonardo is built on top of Stable Diffusion, which is like the cockpit of a 747. If you really want to geek out on shit, get into the world of Stable Diffusion. Leonardo's kind of your gateway drug there. It's a web front end commercial product on top of Stable Diffusion. And then Firefly from Adobe, if you work in a company, it has not been trained on any copywritten material. So that's what that one's good for. And it's getting better all the time. Not great because of its training set, but getting better all the time. And generative fill within Photoshop is actually pretty remarkable. Okay, video creation. Runway ML, Moon Valley, and Pika Labs are in competition. Runway ML just released Motion Brush, which is face melting, interesting, good. Pika Labs has announced a thing called Pika 1.0, which looks like it's going to kick the shit out of Runway ML. All of these things are getting really good, really fast. Visla will put together sort of stock video, corporate videos really slickly. But it's kind of, just sort of assembling stock video together, but it does it well and fast. And then HeyGen and DID are avatar makers, and HeyGen is the one that I showed where it's a synthesis of me. It's a deep fake of me without really trying. And then Runway TV is like a Netflix competitor 3 years from now. But it's 3 years early. You're 3 years early. Runway TV right now looks like a joke. People are going to make fun of it. Networks are going to make fun of it. Netflix is going to go, well, that's not real entertainment. And then 3 years from now, Runway TV or something like it is going to obliterate one of the big companies. Just watch. I'm telling you. It might not be that one, but it's going to be one like it. Where everyone dismisses it, and all of a sudden, that's what everyone's watching. And who are the new Spielbergs of generative movie making? I don't think they're coming from Hollywood. They might, but not with Hollywood's current attitude toward this shit. Gonna be some 17-year-old right now that fucking geeks out on that stuff and fucking takes down a studio. All right, music. So you've got 11 Labs, which is not music, but that's voice. So HeyGen's voice synthesis is 11 Labs technology. It's really good. Sunno and Rifffusion are both similar kinds of things. Sunno right now is my music maker of choice. Thank you for the tap taps. And then Soundraw is like a loop music composer, kind of like GarageBand, where you do loop composition, except it uses AI to assemble the loops really, really fast with lots of control. So I'm going to show you those two. I'm going to show you Sunno and Soundraw. And then I think there's some 3D stuff. So screenshot that. That's 3D stuff. And then here's people you should follow. If you're going to take my advice and get curious about AI, start following these 4 people. And there's more. One of the tricks you can do is figure out who these people follow and follow them. It's a good hack for finding smart people. All right, so let's go back to music and audio. Music and audio. I thought I had Sunno up and running. Oh, that's what this is. All right. So, the way this works, this is fucking staggering. The way this works is you say, I want oh, come on. I want an Americana singer, songwriter lament about being out of work and willing to work for Blanton's bourbon. Oh, wait, I ran out of... Wait, so I'm just going to go. Americana, singer-songwriter, lament, and willing to work for Blanton's bourbon. Okay, so that's it. And so what it's going to do now is it's going to write me lyrics. First thing it'll do is write lyrics, and I assume they're using GPT-4 because they're not bad. And when it comes to things like rhyming and lyrics and stuff like that, GPT-4 just kind of beats other shit. I've been playing my guitar, singing my songs, but I find myself out on the street where I don't belong. Times are tough. The gigs have dried up. Down on my luck, feeling like I'm stuck. But I got a little plan, a dream I can chase. I'll work for Blanton's bourbon. I'll sing for my supper. I'll strum my guitar, make the crowd holler. Give me a shot. I'll make it worth your while. All right, so once it writes the lyrics, now it's going off and writing 2 songs. With the chords, the music, the instruments, the singer, and then it mixes it all. So, and it also makes an image representative of it. They're using some crappy. This must be Dolly 2 they're using. The images are not great, but there's a dude singing for his Blantons. And then here's the little play button. So here's the 2 versions of the song. So we'll see if they're any good.
I've been playing my guitar, singing my songs, but I find myself out on the street where I don't belong. Times are tough, the gigs have all dried up. I'm down on my luck, feeling like I'm stuck, but I got a little plan, a dream I can chase. I'll work for Blankenburg, I'll sing for my supper, I'll strum my guitar, make the crowd holler, give me a shot, I'll make it worth your while. Just give me a chance, and I'll make you smile. I'll work for Blankenburg, pour me a glass. I'll sing my heart out, let the good times last.
That's actually not bad. That sounds like a Blake Shelton song. I'll work for Blanton Bourbon. I'll sing for my supper. Right? Not bad. All right, let's hear the other one.
Playing my guitar, singing my songs,
This is good. This is
but I
sad.
find myself out on the street where I don't belong. Times are tough, the gigs have all dried up. I'm down on my luck, feet.
Randy just said, wow, doing my Kevin McAllister face. I'm telling you, man, it's like night after night here. It just, I experience it night after night. Like this thing still blows me away because not even 6 months ago, 4 months ago, you could only make Sunno songs on Discord, and they sucked. They were just it sort of was words. They were sort of okay. There was sort of like these are Kevin, who's in here, is a professional music producer. He's using Sunno right now as a writing partner. This isn't my style, but oh my fucking god! Tell me your style, Lunashtick. We'll do one. We'll do one. I'll do the Blanton's Bourbon one in a different style. Tell me your style, and we'll make another one. That sounds like the B-side of Champy's greatest hits. Oh yeah, I gotta get. Hey Champy, come here. Come here. You want to hear a song? You want to sing? Do you want to sing? Here, listen.
Feeling like I'm stuck, but I got a little plan, a dream I can chase.
You want to sing?
I work for Blanton's Bourbon,
Oh, sing.
sing for my supper.
No rapping.
My guitar make the crowd
Here, wait.
holler, give me.
Let's.
I've been playing my guitar,
No, you don't want to sing?
singing my songs, but I find myself out on the street where I don't belong.
Nah, he's not in the mood.
Times are tough.
Oh, Ella Fitzgerald. Okay. Okay. All right. So we're gonna do. Ella Fitzgerald style. Style. Yeah, we'll just say that. All right. So the same thing about being out of work and willing to work for Blanton's Bourbon. It's got to be an A minor. Yeah, I know. That's so sad. What, that Champy wouldn't sing? I know. Listen, man, he sings when he needs to sing. Although it might just be that didn't have enough guitar in it. Because I bet. Well, that's not an A minor. Here, I need a capo. Hold. You're so easy, Champy. One little A minor and he goes. The growing number of misleading ads using AI to create fake celebrity endorsements. That is, we're going to start Thelonious, like that is coming so fast. They're so hard. It's like, yeah, you see a lot of them on TikTok right now. We're going to see more and more of them. All right, here's the Ella Fitzgerald one. I've been knocking on doors, but they won't let me in. Got my resume in hand, but they won't give me a chance. Been down on my luck, feeling so low. Got a proposition, something to show. Let's see, I'll work for Blanton's Bourbon, pour me a glass. All right, let's hear how it is.
I've been knocking on doors, but they won't let me in. Got my resume in hand, but they won't give me a chance. I've been down on my luck.
Huh, that one sounds like crap, but interesting. Here we go.
They won't let me in. Got my resume in hand, but they won't give me a chance. I've been down on my luck, feeling so low, but I've got a proposition, a little something to show. I'll sweep those floors, I'll scrub those walls. Just give me a shot, I'll do it all. I'll work for Blanton's Bourbon.
That's my boys and the dog. That's Champy.
I'll clean your room or your lawn. Just let me make some cash. I'm down on my knees.
So anyway, so that's Sunno. So crazy, right? Just crazy. And then Soundraw. So Soundraw is an interesting. This is whoever is in their company naming committee needs to be fucking fired. It's Sound Raw, not Sound Draw, which I thought it was for months. And but they use all caps, so you can't tell. So I capitalized this because I am considerate of human beings' needs. Sounds like it belongs to the AI Mary Tyler Moore show coming soon. That's pretty funny. It does. Yeah, it wasn't quite Ella, was it? But it was at least in a hood. That's what I'm saying. Like all these tools right now, they're not quite there, but holy shit, are they going to be amazing in a year? The other thing about all of this music stuff is right now ChatGPT is just multimodal with pictures, and it can do voice synthesis, talking and hearing. But it's going to do music, it's going to do video, it's going to do animations, it's going to do programming, it's going to do, like, all of that stuff is coming. And for all of them, not just for OpenAI. So Soundraw is another one. Let's see. It is Soundraw, I think it's .io, not .ai. Hold, please. .io? Yeah. Let me make sure that I had that right over here. Yeah, soundraw.io. Will you be holding workshops or classes on AI Salon? Eventually we will. Me personally, I might do workshops. I haven't been. I've been doing these things in lieu of workshops, but I might put something together. My reticence in doing workshops right now is everything's changing so fast that I don't know. I just feel like the most important thing I can teach anyone right now is get curious and get hungry. Just get hungry to learn, and don't worry about the right tool, the right prompt, any of that shit. None of it's going to matter in 3 months because the technology's all changing. So what you actually need to learn right now is what this channel is. Show up, get curious, play with shit. If I'm showing stuff, log into that thing and be making shit too. If I'm making jokes about will work for Blanton's, turn it into an image and share it on show and tell. Like that nimbleness in engagement with AI is the skill that we're going to need for probably the next 3 years. It is the skill. The individual tactical, how do I do this? How do I do that? Is essentially irrelevant. Most important thing is understand the problem you're trying to solve and just understand what does the current lay of the land look like enough to go, well, I could probably try that with ChatGPT. Oh, it didn't work there. Oh, you know what? I heard Bard was better at this than that. Let me go try Bard. Oh, Bard seemed to sort of do it. So, but that said, there is an AI. So what I would say is go to the AI Salon, join the AI 101 Guild. That's Peter Kaminsky's guild. He's doing, I think, weekly meetings where he's just picking a topic and teaching it. And then the other thing I would do, if I were you, is as you're learning this stuff, you should start giving workshops. You should start teaching. Start teaching. Why do you think I do this? Because I'm learning. In order to teach, you have to learn. So anyway, okay, so this is Soundraw. So, like I said, this is a totally different style of music composition. So these are pre-recorded loops that are just getting stitched together. But the way they did this interface is pretty slick. So let's say I'm doing a 1 minute TikTok video and I need a 1 minute piece of music. I can pick the speed of, the length of the music. I can pick the pace of the music. So I'm going to do normal and fast. You can select a genre. So these blocks are kind of templates. Or I can select mood, or I can select theme. So mood, epic, happy, hopeful, laid back. So a lot of times you'll have a client or, someone at work will go, I need dreamy music, right? So you can just come in here and click on dreamy, restless, funny, hopeful, whatever. Angry. And then these are genres, hip hop, trap, drill, R&B, ambient, beats, techno, house, orchestra, funk, pop, Christmas. So let's go in here. We'll just do, let's see. We'll do euphoric. So I'm going to do a 1 minute euphoric medium to fast song. And so, boom, there's all your songs. It did, I think, 20 of them or 15, something like that. And you can just play them right away. And then you'll see here this sound wave, you'll see it gets these funny little labels. See where it says low, medium, very high? All right, I hate that. So you can just come in and, awful. I think euphoric and fast is not a good combo. So I can now go back up here and I can say mood. I'm going to get rid of euphoric and I'm going to turn on happy and sexy. And then under theme, I'm going to say motivational and inspiring. And under instruments, I'm going to turn off acoustic guitar and ethnic and voice and brass. Yeah, that's good. And so as I'm making these selections, it's rewriting all the songs. I can also go in and I can edit these. I can say where it's going sort of low, low, low here. I can go low, high. Now back to low. Then back to high. There we go. And right. So you can download this. They're all royalty free. In pro mode, you can actually turn on and off different tracks. So again, like from a technical standpoint, this isn't doing anything super remarkable, except it's doing it so fucking fast, right? There's one of the ways I like to think about content. Hang on, let me let the TikTok gods catch up here. Oh, this is a good one from Ted. This is a bunch of Civil War guys with a MacBook Pro. Someone did some time travel, and there's a MacBook Pro with AI Learning Labs in the Civil War picture. It's pretty good. One of the ways I like to think about content, and when you see sites like that, musicians who haven't been playing with this AI stuff will see sites like that and like, oh, fuck, I'm fucked. Not necessarily. I mean, yes. All knowledge work, all creative work is being upended in real time as we speak. It's all going to get fucked up. But there are sort of different levels of content. And I did a video on this. So I've got a video that's got this triangle on it, and I talk about this. At the bottom of the pyramid is I need work that is good enough. So if I just need some background music for a 2-minute corporate video that's just about the VPs talking about if we hit our numbers or not, that music doesn't need to be award-winning. It just needs to be good enough. The images for AI Learning Lab, like that says AI LSIG ring LALs. It doesn't say AI Learning Lab. It's not good, but it's good enough. Like we're just using it. I'm just using it here. Like if it's misspelled, does it really fucking matter? No. So at the bottom of this pyramid is good enough. Automate all of that. Who gives a shit if that's automated? Who gives a shit? Because with a tool like Soundraw, I'll use music where I might not have used it before. It's not like a musician is necessarily losing their job for that kind of music, because I'm going to use it in different ways, right? Now, does this impact things like Fiverr and sort of, bottom of the barrel, truly commoditized marketplaces? Yeah, I think it obliterates them. In the middle of the pyramid is like, I need it to be good. And if I need it to be good, I'll likely use some of these AI tools, but likely in conjunction with a human being that's going to refine them, polish them up. I like turtles. And then at the top of the pyramid is, I need it to be excellent. And if I need it to be excellent, it may or may not involve AI. It will likely involve lots of human power and energy. And that's where, craft is still going to matter at the top of the pyramid. But the bottom of the pyramid stuff, that stuff is just going to, like, the value of it's going to drop to zero. So it's going to compress the top of the pyramid. You're going to have to be really good to rise above. And then what's going to happen is both existing practitioners, so let's say it's musicians, existing musicians that embrace AI are going to get really good at AI music. And non-musicians who get really good at AI are going to excel at music. At AI music. Musicians that resist it are going to get sort of squeezed out by those two, musicians who embrace it and non-musicians who embrace it. And they're going to get squeezed. They're either going to have to do top of the pyramid kind of work, or they'll get squeezed into doing, live performance, things that can't be as easily, disrupted. So anyway, yeah, that stuff's coming. I know, it's crazy, isn't it? AI or preset sounds framework. So Pete, the last thing I showed, Soundraw, is preset sounds. It's a loop composer. So they're taking pre-written loops and assembling them with AI. The Sunno and Refusion are actually generating music. But I still think Soundraw is worth having in your arsenal, or at least knowing it's there if you just want to knock some shit out quick, that you just need background, mood establishing music. It's fine. It's fine. And, might you get inspired to write something from that? You might, but it's like, it's, fucking loop music. It's loop elevator music. But if I can knock out 20 songs in 5 seconds and then just sort of push buttons and tweak them and then listen to those 20 songs, download one and do that for an hour, I'll have a library of 40 or 50 songs that I can use in my videos without having to spend 2 or 3 months working with people off of, freelance sites, which I did last year. I did it last year. It was fucking painful. Musicians are flakes. Creative people are flakes. Some of them are good. Some of them are not good. Some of them are reliable. Some of them are not reliable. Some of them are batshit crazy. If I can get 40 songs in an hour, fuck yes. If it's just in that needs to be good enough layer of content, I'll do it all day long. And so will everyone else. And that's something that we're going to have to confront, because that kind of work is going to, it's just going to dry up. Some of us were all of the above. What, in the triangle, you mean? Yeah, I think most creative people do. You got to pay them. You got to pay them bills. You got to do the fucking day job, version of your craft, right? New activity. Let's see what's going on over in show and tell land. What the hell is going on here? James Ziegler, he's got a turtle part where I'm afraid to show it because I'll get kicked off TikTok. That's a lovely the Depression era. This is good. Yeah, that's good. That's solid. Oh, nice. The gummy bear. Wow, the Blanton's bottle's really good here. Look at that. Damn, that's actually really good. Kyle, you have to change shirts now. No, you can see a little bit up here. we're far past. I'm let's see, 9:48. I'm not here for much longer. My voice is dying. Oh, that's a good one. Macaulay Culkin got his star scream from Home Alone. From the Scream. That's pretty good. Ooh, that's beautiful. Lunastick with the classic holiday vibes there. That's pretty beautiful. Nice. Really cool. Nice work, you people. You weirdos. You dang irregulars. Which one is best for knocking out songs? Well, I think I just talked about that. It depends on the kind of song. If you want songs with words, then Sunno, and if you just want background music, then Soundraw. We can't unsee Oh, cherry pasties. Oh, that's why I need to change the shirt. It's a skull, people. It's not. It's Johnny Cupcakes. You get your minds out of the gutter. You're right. I should probably keep it a little lower. I'm gonna get. Who's gonna tell him? Shush. I'll keep him lower. It's Johnny Cupcakes, people. Leave me alone. You kids get off my lawn.
You can make money with ChatGPT.
You get out of here. You get out of here, you damn kids. Picking on me with my booby eyes. AI is perfect for elevator music, biz specific. So long music. Yeah, exactly. I know. But Thelonious, quite honestly, think about at every level of knowledge work and at every level of creative output is that shitty low level work. That work that's just it just needs to be good enough. And that's the stuff that is mind-numbing, soul-crushing, repetitive, just fucking, like, everyone hates doing it. So if we can get the machines to do the shitty work, and it frees up our brains and our cycles and our souls to do the higher level work, maybe, quality of life, quality of work goes up. Possible. I don't know, but Kyle, WhatsApp has a chatbot for Meta, Facebook. Pretty cool personality questions. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I haven't played with the Meta. I am so not on Facebook anymore. Like I don't even post content to Facebook anymore. I haven't played with any of their AI chatbots, the personality ones. But so I got nothing there. Who pinned that? Now I can't unsee the cherry pasties. I know. Dang it. It's a Mayan Mandela pattern. That's what it is. I see now. I can't unsee it. Now I'm embarrassed by my little shirt boobies. Would be interesting to have it cater the music to real-time conversations in a room. Yeah. I think the idea so there's you want to see something, let me see if I can find it first. Hang on. Let me see if I can find it, then I'll flip the camera. How am I going to find this? GPTV narration. All right. Well, we'll do it with the soccer one. All right. So
he's a one-man show, ladies and gentlemen. Ball like a magician on the field, dodging 1, 2, 3, unstoppable. Look at him go. The crowd is roaring. Can you believe this? He's taken on the whole defense. He's a one-man show, ladies and gentlemen. He shoots. Goal! Messi, Messi, Messi!
So that narration is dynamically generated. There's another one with is it League of Legends they're playing? I think it's League, where it's doing real-time narration of esports. So what these developers are doing is they're taking a screenshot in this case, I think it's every 15 frames. The other guy did it every 15 seconds. They're taking a screenshot using ChatGPT Vision to describe the scene, and they're doing that narration dynamically. So it's basically watching the video and generating the narration in real time. So you could also do the same thing with music, right? So as the scene changes, you could, do that. You could also use other kinds of inputs moving forward. So the Google's Vision Pro goggles, they've got sensors. They've got, I think, 16 different sensors in those goggles, and they've got real-time data processing on device. So you could literally be monitoring the micro movements in people's pupils to understand how they're feeling and dynamically compose music to go with the visuals and to match their emotion. So, not only is that possible, the technology to do it is already being played with. It already exists. It's just you kind of have to look around the corner a bit to see what's coming. But yeah, this idea of real-time dynamic personalization, hyper-personalization is not that far away. 18 months? Probably we'll see hints of it before then. So fucking cuckoo. Isn't it just fucking nuts? What is this world we're living in? Yes, auto-adjusting music based on conversations will likely leave you without guests. Night, Nancy. Thank you for perplexity. Thanks, Nancy. Good night. What do you recommend for writers? ChatGPT 4, unequivocally. ChatGPT 4. Even ChatGPT 3.5. Some people like Claude. If you're doing writing like journalism that needs research, then Perplexity AI, you want to lay that on top of it. But for quality of writing, GPT-4. If you don't have access to ChatGPT-4, use copilot.microsoft.com. That's Microsoft's version of ChatGPT sitting on top of the GPT-4 underpinnings. Or use Poe, the paid version of Poe. You can use the ChatGPT-4 model. AI is going to revolutionize the compliance and performance space. Absolutely. Every knowledge work, every creative, with the exception of analog stuff in the real world. But even that is going to be impacted. How you write songs, how you produce 3D objects. Everything's going to be impacted. And anything that is in any way mediated by computer is going to be disrupted by this stuff. Book's already written, just to edit. Think about government and data being uploaded and tracked and analyzed by powerful AI. That's been there for a decade or two anyway. What's maybe different here is the ability to really easily digest and visualize and exploit that data. That's the difference. So I think the collection of the data, that ship has already sailed. And in fact, that ship has sailed, and we gave it away willingly to Facebook and Google. So we've already given all that shit away. The difference now is the ability to exploit that data has just gotten a hell of a lot easier. What do you recommend resource for professors with help with grading and rubrics? Join the AI Salon pronto. Find Mr. K, who's in here. Mr. K also has a TikTok channel. He's a teacher. He actually built a GPT for doing some of that. He's done a video on grading rubrics or something like that. Just ChatGPT is the one. ChatGPT will do all that. Bard is not bad either. Bard's getting better. It's sort of in the ChatGPT 3.5 territory. I want an AI to replace my mother when she passes. Too maudlin. Oh, actually, no. I thought that was a joke. No, not too maudlin at all. In fact, a good friend of mine, Richard Boyd, before ChatGPT came out, he did this 3 or 4 years before ChatGPT came out. He had access to GPT-2, to the API, and he used a different technology than GPT-2, I think. He used a different kind of technology. He transcribed all of his father's writings for all of his life. He found everything that his father had ever written. And he created a virtual version of his father. And it checks like what books his father would be reading, what news stories his father's paying attention to, and he can talk to him. I think that idea of memorializing people, or doing it the other way, where maybe you've got, someone in an old folks home with Alzheimer's, or just, they're in an assisted living facility and they want to be able to talk to, their kids. Why not? And especially if you can, with these avatars where it can look like the kids, sound like the kids, be infinitely patient. I don't think it's maudlin at all. I think it's potentially, healing and empowering and inspiring. Is it going to be a little weird and odd? Yeah. For a while. Until it's not. Garmy, you need to get a gold button.
You can make money with ChatGPT.
We'll check in tomorrow. Dog just got home from the vet. Oh, okay, Kim. Hope the doggy's okay. Everything will be tokenized. I agree with that. People have suggested politicians. Wait, all I've got is audio of my mom yelling my name. It's my ringtone for when she calls. Oh, wow. Yeah. That's all you've got in terms of the audio. I don't think you need. I think try 11 Labs. I don't think you need audio that's that long for 11 Labs. I think some of the audio synthesis things the clip can be as short as 3 seconds. That's very similar to a Black Mirror episode. That's so beautiful. Actually, I doubt we'll have a choice. I swear there was a movie about that. Someone made a robot of a deceased family member. If it's something that is relevant to you, the technology's there right now to be able to experiment with this. Why not? Why not experiment with it? If you can interview them, or if you've got recorded interviews, here's an idea. And it doesn't even need to be voice synthesis where you hear them, but it could be. Well, if you've got an interview of them, you could obviously synthesize that for the audio piece. Take a transcript of them being interviewed, upload that transcript to a GPT. You could make a GPT where you can interact with, you could create the GPT in such a way that it uses that transcript for tone of voice. And then you could give it other rules. She never said these kind of things. She always said these kind of things. And then you could interact with that. And then, you could pop open ChatGPT app, and let's say you had a GPT that represented, you know, your mother or an uncle or something like that. And let's see. So you could pop ChatGPT into conversation mode. Hey, I just wanted to tell you about my day.
Of course. I'm here to listen. Tell me about your day and feel free to share any highlights or challenges you faced.
Right? So you could have, you know, stuff in there that says, I want to tell you about my day. It could respond like she responded. I mean, you could do that right now. Lunastick, my Alexander Hamilton GPT made me cry in hopeful tears today. Wow. Amazing. In what way? Hopeful for politics? Hopeful just for what these tools can do? I'm just curious what made it so inspiring. Yeah, they say to interview and make a database of them. Yeah, why not? I see her in the spring. I'll see her in the spring and interview her. Thanks. Absolutely. Absolutely. What I would do. Oh, so Thelonious, if you're going to see her in the spring, work with ChatGPT. Like, tell ChatGPT what you're doing. Say, hey, I'm going to see my mother. You know, she's maybe toward the end of her life, or I don't know if she's got cognitive stuff, whatever that might be. Tell it what's going on and have it create an interview framework for you. Have it create a set of questions and then just, you know, modify that. And then whatever you can get asked, ask it. Because the ability now to process this data. See, the problem before was everyone was talking about doing these interviews with loved ones and things like that. But in order to turn it into something, you actually had to program it and program logic and manually break it up into semantic groupings and just do all that manual shit. Large language models now do all that. And they do it instantly. So just, I would say, get as much as you can because your ability to process it is kind of infinite and instant. I had a discussion with it on Citizens United. Oh, that's amazing. Wow. That's super cool. Yeah. Yeah, create a GPT of Alexander Hamilton and say, hey, what the fuck's going on in our country? And I'm sure, ask it to tell me how Alexander Hamilton would respond and deal with it. Beautiful. Amazing. Yeah. See, at this point, it's almost not about the technology anymore. At this point, it's about us figuring out what is a problem in the world I'm passionate about that I want to solve. And then let me see if I can use these tools to do that. And what Lunastick just came up with was, our politics are fucked. She was in politics. Our politics are fucked. Can one of the founding fathers help me through this? Yes, actively, as if they were there. Why? Because Alexander Hamilton wrote so much shit. We've right? Gave me legitimate hope. Like from a political strategy for real people, I'm hopeful again. Amazing. I mean, we're just in a fucking remarkable time. And so few people know it. They don't know what this is. And you can't, this is the thing that frustrates me. It is impossible to explain to someone who has not played with this shit what it is. That experience that Lunastick had, she's like frustrated to the point of like quitting politics, pounding her head against the wall, but passionate about it. And just found a glimmer of hope for the future with this tool that kind of looks like fancy Google. There's no way she could explain that to someone. Well, I put it in and I said, how would Alexander Hamilton answer this? Oh yeah, well that's no. Like based on all of the data we've got from Alexander Hamilton, and it knows a lot anyway because it's been trained on all of the internet. Thank you, Winston. She had an active, living conversation with one of our founding fathers, and it almost moved her to tears. That's not business as usual. Imagine you work for Ogilvy. You take all the writings of David Ogilvy. Like if Ogilvy hasn't made a GPT of David Ogilvy, they're missing the boat. Anyone here work at Ogilvy? How do we manage through this transition, David? Mr. Ogilvy? Here's what I'd do. Holy shit. You got a recording of him? Synthesize that? Create an avatar? Everyone that starts at Ogilvy, maybe you make a requirement. You spend 2 hours talking with David Ogilvy as part of your onboarding. Using this feels so intuitive to me. I feel like I've been actually upgraded to this new earth. Yeah. I know. Me too. When I said I was doing the 24 hours of Chat GPT, someone said to me, isn't that more like what a 25-year-old would do? I feel like a 25-year-old. I feel like, I don't know. I can't spend enough time right now getting my head around this. And I can't get my head around it. Like the experience I had today where I watched this video of this guy doing something I'm totally not capable of. And 10 minutes later, I have something that looks like I'm capable of it. Like that's not a world I expected to live in. It's not a world I thought was possible. I mean, as remarkable as iPhones are, and they're like Star Trek technology. It's like the communicator. Well, we've now got a communicator in our hands. That was kind of predictable, right? That was like, in our real world, we had phones that had wires that were connected to the wall. And if you were a fancy person, you had a 25-foot cord so you could walk into the other room. And so you could kind of see what the future would look like. Maybe someday they can stick all of this technology in something small I can carry around and talk into it. And that felt like sci-fi. And when we got that, it was like, okay, I've got that now. That's cool. That's powerful. But it was kind of an extension of what we had before. This stuff that Lunastick's talking about, that we're talking about here, we've never had this opportunity. When you interact with ChatGPT, it does not. So these machine learning things are getting a bad rap because they're calling them bots, right? And sci-fi has told us that the bots are going to kill us. And you're like, well, you're just talking to a bot. You're just talking to a bot. No. What you're actually talking to is a large language model, which is, it's been trained up on all of the shit that we've said. Well, whoever got shit on the internet in the past 5 decades, their voice, their humanity is what it's been trained on. So when you interact with it, it's kind of like you're interacting with the collective people that came before that put shit on the internet. Because you are. And it's instant. And it's not like I can type in a Google search and it shows me, here's some documents you can go read. No. It's like it sort of divines out of this word soup. Here's what you people have said in some amalgamated way. And if we get our prompt right, that thing gets better and better and better. That's not anything we've ever experienced. And it's, I don't know, it's a profound thing. It's profound. It's like, holy shit. I fill every moment of my life with AI now that I'm not working. I have so much energy, I can't sleep. I'm the same way, Suzanne. Like, why am I doing this? 2, 3, 4 hours a night. I'm talking into my stupid fucking phone. Because I come in here and people are like, Ludistick, I spun up Alexander Hamilton and he's helping me have hope for the future of our political system. Fuck! People complain about hallucinations. Making AI based on people is going to do that a lot for now. Yeah. And hallucinations are not always bad, right? Hallucinations are bad when you need facts and predictability and accuracy. But if you're doing creative stuff, hallucinations are fine, right? So again, it's about understanding the tools, understanding how they work today, where the boundaries are, where the limits are, what they're good at, what they're not good at, where they fuck up. I have had very few experiences with AI where it's done exactly what I've wanted it to do. I have had thousands of experiences with AI where it's gotten me to 80%. That last 20% is a fucking bitch. That last 20%, if you hear the term AGI, that's what AGI is. AGI is closing the gap from 80 to 100. Because when they get that good, when they're better than us at most things we do, that's that 20%. So the reason AI right now can kind of get you to 80% and not much above that, it's just where we are. But you can't know that without being in the conversation, without playing with these toys, without coming to conversations like this, where someone asks a question and I go off on some wild tangent and a bunch of people go and experiment with shit and say, hey, Kyle, I just found out it works. Here's how it works. Oh, holy shit. We all find it out together. Like, that happens nightly here. I feel like I just went to fucking church. Or I'm pastoring. Who did this? Retro punk. Jim Carrey. That's fucking awesome. Mike Nee, lovely. Combining the gummy bear and the llama memes here in the AI Learning Lab. I can't show the turtle picture. I can show that amount of the turtle picture, but right below the fold there, we got some turtle parts that are malplaced. Oh man. All right, people. Let's see. Do me a favor. If you would, if you'd be so kind, follow me. Because I go live nightly, and if you follow me, then you'll get notified. Oh yeah, that was a good one. The Irregulars Christmas. Look, we have an Irregulars ugly Christmas sweater. What? There we go. Why is that so dull? There we go. Beautiful. Love it. Lauren, thank you for the bear. All right, everybody, listen. My voice was going... Whoops. Gotta keep the pasties below the fold there. Check the irregulars section. Okay. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, that's good. That's the who is it? Eisenstadt that did the horse like that. That's the llama version of it. Oh, good. This is good. Some more will work for Blanton's. That's the Saint Bernard llama. That's very good. I think Sherry has started a whole new trend in the AI salon right now of these kind of 60s snapshot style photos. They're really cool. That's really cool. Huh. Fucking crazy, man. It's crazy, I tell you. Crazy. All right. When I bring up AI, people think I'm crazy. Blank stares. Sabrina, keep talking about it. When I bring up AI, people think I'm crazy. Blank stares. Keep talking about it. Let them think you're a weirdo. Because here's what's going to happen. I promise you. I guarantee you. Because it's happened. It's been happening here pretty regularly. Just talk about that you're doing this. Talk about that you're interested in it. Talk about that you're experimenting with it. Oh, that's weird. Let them do that. Just have empathy. That's coming from a place of fear. That's all it is. And I don't even mean to dismiss it. It's all it is. That's what it is. And just keep standing in, staying curious and staying adventurous and figuring this stuff out and keep talking about it. Because what's going to happen at some point is someone's going to hear you and they're going to go, oh, I need to figure that stuff out. Hey, can you come help me with this? And then that's going to lead to something else. And then that's going to lead to something else. And at some point, that friend that was like, I don't know, why are you doing that AI stuff? I'm tired of hearing about that AI stuff. They're going to come back to you and go, hey, I kind of need to know about that AI stuff. Could you help? But you're not going to tell anyone, are you? The horse galloping film would... Edward Muybridge. I knew that's what it was. I couldn't for the life of me remember his name. Thank you. Muybridge. Eisenstadt. Eisenstadt did... I don't know what the film was, but anyway. The first film that did editing. That was Eisenstadt. My film history is escaping me. All right. I'm going to get out of here, people. Listen, first of all, I want to say thank you to the mods. I also... Has anyone used aisalon.mn? Yeah, I was just going to talk about that. So... If you are looking, if you're one of those people that just said, I keep talking about AI and everybody thinks I'm a weirdo. So I started this group called the AI Salon. Let me make this bigger so you can see it down here. Can you see that there? So go to aisalon.mn.co. That's the AI Salon's Mighty Networks. That's our home. So we have a meeting coming up Tuesday night. It's our 1-year anniversary. I started this group the week after ChatGPT launched because I lost my fucking mind. This is a group of people that are curious about AI, adventurous about AI, have empathy, are generous, are really cool, are up to shit. Everyone in this group, every single person in this group is trying to figure it out. No one's got it figured out. If you're like curious and engaged and trying to figure this stuff out, this is the group for you. So join it. Come join it. Go to the About the Salon section and look at our values. Make sure you resonate with them. If you don't, that's cool. It's not a group for you. But if you do, great. There are things like curiosity and generosity and empathy and inclusion and exploration and collaboration. Go look at those. And then join us and come do cool shit. And it's not paid. This is like this. I just do this. We're just doing that. Repeat the salon website, please. This is it here. aisalon.mn.co. All right? I'm going to get out of here. It's Sunday night. TGIM. Why? Because you get to fucking play with AI. Fucking show up Monday like, let's figure some shit out. I'll check that out tomorrow. Thank you. Awesome, Zay. Thank you. Thanks, my friend shared with me. Oh, thanks, everyone. Oh, that's great. Welcome, welcome, welcome. He was on TikTok, but he's been quiet. I have no idea. All right, counting as much fake accounts. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, by the way, this is maybe important to note. If you I've got a scammer account that has copied all of my content here. So this account is AI Learning Lab, and the scammer account is AI LL Learning Lab. Make sure you're not following that person. That person is a scammer trying to sell people crypto shit. I won't try to sell you crypto shit. So if someone reaches out to you that sounds like this channel going, hey, want to get involved in a thing? That ain't me. So be careful, okay? All right, everybody. I think you're all amazing. Thank you, mods. Thank you, irregulars. Thank you, subscribers. Thank you, anyone who just shows up here a lot. Hair Growth Geek, good to see you. Sherry D, Dr. J, Lauren, Random Thoughts, thank you for being a subscriber. Chaos Generation, good to see you. Prompts Cart, I like that name. Good to see you, thank you. TikTok Dude, Mia, Tobias, Kevin Vasquez, go Kyle, go. Oh yeah. Clint Copperhead, thank you as always. Thelonious, thank you as always. I really appreciate you dropping the news bombs and things like that. That is very cool. Lunashtick, awesome. Awesome. Thank you for sharing the thing about Alexander Hamilton. That's really inspiring. Silver Fox, good to see you. JRC, A Human Being. Sabrina. Oh my God, everyone's in here tonight. Madcap, you guys are great. You're awesome. Zay. Who else we got? Drew Learning AI. He's down under. He's probably just been mowing. I think all he does is mow. He must live on like 40 acres and he just has a little push mower. That's all he does. He's got noise canceling headphones. He listens to this and he mows. I don't know. Maybe he's got a lawn mowing business. We don't know. And we don't care. All right, everybody. You have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow. I would assume we're going to see some news. The next 2 weeks, there's probably going to be a fair amount of shit launching. It's just my suspicion. It's my suspicion. So be safe out there and...
You can make money with ChatGPT!
Have a good night, everybody.